in discipline, in patience, and in flexibility. Because along the journey, there's going to be things that you need to do, but you don't necessarily want to do. But those things are critical to your success. Also critical is along the way, during those micro wins, you need to make corrections at the small level, at the micro wins. Don't wait too long to assess your success, because that wait could be detrimental to your big picture win. So for me, I was not necessarily always passionate about the game of football. I had a coach, Kevin Grindy. He said, Izzy, I want you to come play football. I was in high school. I said, I don't love football. He said, Izzy, come play. I said, no, yes. I said, all right, I'll play. So I went out and I played. And that opportunity led to me playing 5 years here at the University of Manitoba, full also with challenges, but we made it. And that led to the NFL, an opportunity. We were not highly recruited, but we were there. We had an opportunity. And I remember standing in Indianapolis outside of the NFL Combine. I had a bag of VHS tapes, if anybody still remembers those. And my agent was inside. He'd send out scouts to me. I'd give him a tape. I'd introduce myself. And that opportunity allowed me to get an opportunity to play for the Cleveland Browns. I fractured my ankle, ended up getting cut. Chicago picked me up. And during that rookie year, I had someone tell me, Izzy, if you could play in the NFL 10 years, you would have had a successful career. So I set that as my big picture win. I want to make it 10 years in the NFL. And then I started to work. We went from making the team, won, I just got to make the team. Win, I made it. I was on practice squad. And then they sent me to Germany. I lived in Europe for 4 months. I came back and I made the team, 53-man roster, but I only played special teams. And then I had the opportunity to come in on just third downs, passing situation, nickel downs, and rush the passer. And then finally, 6 years into my career, I had the opportunity to start. And I won a starting job. Now, along that whole journey, it was challenging. But we hung in there. We continued to make those right decisions. A challenge was 1 year they asked me to get to 315 pounds to predominantly play defensive tackle. And then the following year, they said, hey, you know what? We want you to get down to about 260. And we want you to play defensive end. And I was able to make that adjustment. That flexibility was critical to me having a long career. And every step of the way, understanding I had to exceed expectations. I had to outperform my competition. And I had to make those adjustments, all critical to life and the journeys that we all go on. So that 11 career that I was fortunate to see was based on those things. And at the end of the day, your big picture plans, they need to be rooted. They need to have the ability for your short-term goals to be flexible and constantly being adjusted, constantly being changed, all the while you're focused on that big picture win. Also, I want you to find a veteran. Find a player who's been there, who's where you want to be, who has a playbook that they can share with you, what they did, what they didn't do. That veteran is going to be able to introduce you to key people, to show you key moves and techniques that they use that allow them to be successful. For me, I had someone tell me, you know what, Izzy, you need to make that transition to post-career while you're still in the game. Critical. Those words changed my life. I looked to think bigger. I look to build my life plan with focused intent. Now, I've been able to achieve and really get to some places beyond my wildest dreams and imaginations, and for that I'm very thankful. But it never stops. After you achieve one goal, you go to the next. I still have many different things that I'm looking to achieve, many goals that I'm looking to attain. So as you work towards your goals, and you work towards your dreams, I challenge you. Build your plan focused on having a plan where you know your strengths, you know your abilities, you know your skills. Root that plan in understanding the rules of the game. Understand that you have to build it step by step, focused on those micro wins. And then also, every step of the way, it needs to be rooted in discipline, flexibility, patience, and then find a mentor, someone who can show you their playbook. Now, if you do those things, I promise you, one day you will hold up the championship in your life. Now, I want you to invent something, create a big idea, fight for a cause. At any stage of the game that you're in, whether it's in your immediate space or on a global stage, it's not too late. There's nothing holding you back. It's time for you to win. Thank you.